Please consider becoming a patron of the Ramen Raider. Patrons receive special benefits like bonus videos, voting on the Patron's Choice Top 10, and early Top 10 list access. Visit patreon.com/The Ramen Raider and become a patron today. Thank you.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And today is the 600th episode. Thank you. And thank you for watching and hanging out. So basically, I thought I ought to do something a little special. Didn't really think of a whole heck of a lot of different things. I've been kind of busy, but I thought today, hey, I know, I'll make another prison burrito, something different. Well, I just got a whole bunch of noodles from Prima Taste. They sent me pretty much one of every single variety that they make. And I thought, well, when you make a prison burrito, you need Flamin' Hot Cheetos, you need Doritos, but this time I've got Flamin' Hot Doritos. I've never had Flamin' Hot Limon, which actually kind of will work, I hope. And then I was thinking of all the varieties that Prima Taste makes. My first thought was the Laksa, and then it's like, I just don't know how that would work so well, because the ratio of seasoning and all that, I wasn't sure. It might work out well. But I thought, why not go with chili crab? So that's what's happening today. I've already pulverized this, crunch these up, and then crunch these up. Anyways, you get the idea, a lot of crunching. So I'm gonna go cook the noodles up. This stuff, you usually gotta drain it off, but not today. I used this big pot, and the wider it is, the quicker it loses liquid. So what I'll do is I will get it going here, and if it needs more, we'll just put more water in. I should also mention I only cooked it for 5 instead of 6 minutes. If you don't know how to make prison ramen, I will tell you right now. This is chili crab sauce. This comes with the chili crab noodle. And then here's the chili crab oil. This has been sitting by the window, so it's been cold, and that's what happens with oil when it gets cold. So we'll stir this all up. This is a 2 3/4 ounce bag of Flamin' Hot Doritos. You just stir that on in. 3 1/2 ounce bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. So you can do this with any kind of instant noodle. You just kind of have to think about it. The size of the bag you're going to use. All that kind of stuff. What's nice is I can tell this is going to be a decent one because I can still smell the chili crab on top of all this ridiculously huge amount of flaming hot seasoning. So, alright, so we're pretty much good with the prep part, and it's still nice and moist, and that is absolutely key to what we're trying to do here. We are making a burrito, and we're gonna take this and this bag. You could put crab in it, that would be okay. Man, that is some colorful stuff, let me tell you. So now what we're going to do is actually make the burrito. And all you need is the Ziploc bag. For that, we're going to get everything all kind of uniform across the bottom. Like that. And then what we want to do is try to bunch it up like this. And get as much air out of it as we can. So get it all. Then flip it and roll it. Air's pretty much all out of there, so we're gonna zip it shut. Now there we are. So we're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes, and during that time the noodles are gonna suck up some of that liquid. Everything is gonna get nice and hard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the moment of truth. It's been 20 minutes, and here is our burrito. It's ready to go on the plate. So the easiest way I've found, this is, I want to say maybe the 5th one I've done. The easiest thing to do is just go like so. You're gonna live, you can throw away the bag. I guess you could scrapbook it if you really want to. But here we go. The whole thing is to be rather gentle with it if you want it to retain cohesive nature. And make sure it's nice and centered. Well, you don't have to. I gotta take nice pictures of this thing, so I'm gonna make sure it's nice and centered. And there we are. Look at that. That is about as red as it can possibly be. That looks rather burly. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. This looks great. And so now it needs a little bit of garnish. I'm hoping the ketchup's a good pairing. I don't see why it wouldn't be. And then finally, I've got some crispy garlic that I'm gonna throw on. Crispy garlic to go on top. Well, probably the next step for you would be to give it a try. The next step for me is to take some pictures, so I'll let Rotato do its little happy dance, and then I'll be right back to give it a try. And here we are. The moment of truth. It's time to give this sucker a try. So let's cut it up. Make the incision right here. One thing you could do if you were making something like this, you could put like crab stick down the center of it. You could kind of maybe like try to roll it like one would in a sushi mat. You could deep fry it, which is something I've often thought of doing. Deep fried prison burrito. This one, this is a different style of noodles, so this is proving a little difficult. But that's okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, let's give this a try. Cheers. Oh, we're there, buddy. We're there. My son Miles in the background. You might be able to hear him. He's asking me, are we there yet? We're there. Look at that. The ketchup on this is not too bad. It does add a little bit of a kind of lemony sweetness to it, which offsets the heat slightly. That chili crab flavor does make it through all the layer of flamin' hot seasoning. But yeah, this one's pretty good. So if you're coming home from the bar at 2 a.m. and you can handle waiting 20 minutes, this is definitely for you. What always impresses me is how the combo of the Doritos and the Cheetos kind of binds things together. And the Doritos kind of end up as almost like a cornmeal. And it does work as a burrito. And strangely enough, all this junk in the middle almost has the consistency of meat. The crab flavor really works here. I'm impressed by that. I didn't know if it would. Now the laksa, yeah, I don't know. Well, I want to thank everybody who watches regularly. If this is the first episode you've ever watched, thank you for watching it. This is the 600th episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. That's a lot of me sitting and yammering, and you guys are still with me, and I really appreciate it. And I'll be here at episode 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. Yeah, it'll just keep going. The Ramen Raider train just keeps a-rolling. So yeah, thanks to the folks at Prima Taste for sending this. Probably didn't expect this is what was going to happen. But that's cool. Wow, that is some colorful stuff right there. Thanks again. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye.